What really happened to the Amtrak train that derailed onto Interstate 5 south of Seattle in a small town called DuPont, Washington? Ladies and gentlemen, Rex Bear Leak Project, how the heck are you? I used to live in the Northwest. I actually lived in this area for several years, so I know the area quite well. DuPont is a small town. It's close to Fort Lewis, military base out there. There's several islands out there. It's in the Puget Sound. Traffic out there is miserable. It's absolutely a nightmare out there. And that was 10 years ago when I lived out there. I've heard it's gotten even worse since. So this event that unfolded, there's several possibilities. Now, I asked the question yesterday, was this a terrorist attack? Well, Antifa, if you go to the official Antifa Twitter, here's an article that I found off of InfoWars that links directly to the Twitter account. And it says, I'm going to show it to you. It's disgusting. I don't know how they keep this stuff up there. I mean, it almost seems like it's a parody. Look at that. Look at what it says the official Antifa endorses. Now, if this is legit, this article or this Twitter, this tweet was posted June 28th, 2017, so just a few months ago. Now, there has been at least 6 deaths, according to the mainstream news. Absolutely horrific. My condolences to anybody that lost a loved one. This is terrible. About 100 people have been hospitalized. I mean, this is a nightmare for anybody that's in that area, let alone the people that were injured or that lost a loved one. So my question is, if that tweet is legit, then is there going to be a line of detectives questioning those that put this post up and everybody involved? Or are they going to use the official story that they were going 80 miles an hour when they were supposed to be going 30? Now, first of all, going 50 miles an hour over the speed limit, the first time it's being used for the public, because it's been used for transporting military and industry supplies before. Now it's open to the public the first day, the first time they use it. 50 over. Something doesn't seem right here. And then you do more research and you find out, and they say, oh, well, they could have prevented it because there's a security measure in place, this software, this technology. The only catch is, though, it's $22 billion. $22 billion bucks. Really? So now they're trying to sell a $22 billion project. Then they throw out the day before this happened, Trump attempted to cut funding for Amtrak. You know the saying, never let a crisis go to waste? Seems like they're using this one right now. The question is, who's behind it? Is it Antifa? Is it the shadow faction? Was it just a really bad set of circumstances? Well, I certainly question things even more now. I was also told that the day that this happened, there was some type of emergency preparedness drill for mass casualties in either Lakewood or DuPont. So I looked at both cities. I didn't find anything that specific day. I did find a list, though. I did find a list. And if you want to read the original article that InfoWars did, let me read you the title name. Flashback. Antifa admits train track sabotage near Tacoma to stop fracking. And this was just posted yesterday. So let me share with you now, though. This is a list. Washington State Training and Exercise Plan. You can see a list of December. You're looking for Pierce County. You see the mass fatalities planning and response for rural communities. Pierce County. Scroll down a little bit. EOC Management and Operations. So those are the two that come up in December. But they weren't on the 18th. They were not on the 18th. As a matter of fact, let me scroll up and see the dates, see if I can find the exact dates. Well, I'll have to get back to you on that. I don't want to waste too much of your time while I'm scrolling through this, but I did look through the dates and there was nothing on the 18th. So, with that said, here we go. All right, 2017 training, December 6th through 7th, Pierce County, and that's the evacuation and reentry planning course. November 1st and 2nd is the mitigation for emergency managers. But that's just one part of it. So, I can't find the exact dates for those exercises that I shared with you. What is interesting, though, is they were preparing for a mass casualty event. Now, 6 people, I don't know if they would consider that a mass casualty event, although with all the injuries and with all the resources and money and logistics that are going to have to be moved because of this one event. You know, driving back from Florida and Louisiana, the amount of bridges and concrete that holds up these bridges is incredible. It made me think, how long did it take to build? And if one of those pillars falls, then how long does it take to get things back and in order again? So, you know, I think of these tests that I'm sure the government does with computers and algorithms, as well as practical exercises where they actually use real people and tangible items, which brings me to something that I'm going to discuss later today. And I'm going to close it out on this. San Antonio, right now, San Antonio, Texas, they are hiring for a role player supervisor with the TSA. I noticed this in jobs, in local job network. And I didn't find this. My wife found this. She just had a hunch to start looking for jobs. So she started looking, I'm going to start looking for jobs. So she starts looking on here and she sees this. And she says, this is kind of weird. Does this remind you of crisis actors or positions for crisis actors? Or do you think this is just... And so I read it. It's called an opening for role player supervisor. And what that person does has a multitude of duties here, but conduct regular meetings with role players on staff. Aiding project managers in setting and managing client expectations. It's a premier government law enforcement training and security support company that is hiring, connect with Homeland Security, for a supervisor to manage role players for the U.S. Transportation Security Agency in San Antonio, Texas. You need to have security clearance, etc. And it's interesting because sometimes when your intuition leads you somewhere, my wife is crazy psychic too. It's crazy how some people just have that innate ability, that natural ability to pick up on things. And, she gets on there, she reads through this, and I'm looking through it, and I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if, because it just seems like exercises fall around these events that they portray on the media, does it not? The Boston Marathon, there was a drill that same day that event unfolded. Same day. People were warned at the event that there was a live drill in play. You don't hear about that much, do you, in the mainstream news? You just see the green screens and these people that seem to have very little emotion almost every time, like they're reading from a script. Will an airport be next? Will that be the next false flag? Will that be the next event that unfolds? And I'm getting a phone call literally right now as I'm asking this question. And will it be in San Antonio, Texas, ladies and gentlemen? Question everything. Be excellent to each other. Be the change you want to see. Go to leakproject.com. You'll get access to exclusive content. Trying to say like 3 things at once. Go to leakproject.com. Almost forgot. Go to leakproject.com. Become a premium member. You'll get access to over 1,400 podcasts, almost 1,500 now. Over 100 of those podcasts are exclusive to Leak Project. You can download them, you can stream them. And some people say that they've got no audio when they try and listen for some reason on YouTube. So if you are a premium member at leakproject.com, you'll get access to all the shows. And once again, you can stream them, download them, they're ad-free. And also, there's a forums section, forums.com or forums.leakproject.com, where you can, post your blogs, post your information, and let the world know what you have to say. Be excellent to each other. Use your mind, because the mind is mightier than the pen. The pen is mightier than the sword. Remember that. I've been getting all these crazy, violent comments in the comments section. And once again, guys, if there's a violent comment, I'm just going to have to delete it. It's not going to do you any good anyway. Plus, why post crap like that on the internet that can be used against you anyway? I mean, you use your mind, stay level-headed about it. It's good to get pissed. I get it. It's good to get upset and use your, I feel that. Just use your anger wisely. Use your anger wisely, and we'll leave it at that. Nanu, nanu, nanu. Nanu, 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 nanu.